The flight bag is a pilot's toolbox. Today we're going to look at everything you should carry with you in your flight bag, including equipment and backups, so you have a safe and successful flight while packing all of it into this tiny little bag. Let's get started. Hello friends and aviators, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing great. My name is Nati and this channel is all about pilot experience and experiences. Today we're going to look into everything that we should carry with us at all times in our flight bag. If you like what you see, I'm going to leave links in the description below so you can easily find these items later. And if you are going down to the description, make sure you land on that subscribe button. Hey shawarma! One of the most important things that you need to remember when packing your flight bag is that every electronic item that you have in there should have a paper backup. I'm going to show you how that works in just a second, but it's very important that at 6,000 or 7,000 feet you're not stuck without a solution when one of your gadgets runs out of battery.
We're also out of coffee.
I like carrying small flight bags that give me the opportunity to only carry what I really need and not bring a whole suitcase with stuff I'm never going to use on the plane. This bag right here is the Flight Gear HP iPad case. It holds everything you see in front of you right here and still has some more room. So you really don't need anything bigger than that. The first item you're going to pack into your new flight bag is the Aviation Headset. I like using this one. It's a Bose A20 noise cancelling Bluetooth headset. If you're on a budget, this might not be the headset for you. However, if you're looking at flying long term, I really think you should get something like this because the noise cancellation is amazing. You will not hear any sound coming from the plane, which will make it easier for you to communicate with your co-pilot or with air traffic control. As pilots, we need to safely navigate from point A to point B, so our flight bag is always going to have charts in it. I like to use this app. It's for flight, it's loaded on this iPad Pro, and it's fantastic not only because you can navigate with it, but you can also do your weight and balance, put your logbook entries, file flight plans directly from the app, and get weather briefings. However, it's battery operated, and that battery can run out on you in the middle of a flight. So let me show you all the backups that I take with me in my flight bag in case that happens. If your iPad is going to run out of juice mid-flight, I always recommend having in your flight bag a battery pack and a charging cable. I like this battery pack because it's a wireless pack and you can also charge your cell phone with it. But what would happen if your battery pack ran out of power? Now you have no electronics whatsoever and you still have to navigate safely from point A to point B. And that is why we always carry paper charts with us anywhere we go. Right here I have sectional charts for the area that I usually fly in, which is the Washington, D.C., Maryland area. I also have the chart supplement book. Now most of the information that would be in this book you can find in ForeFlight, which is much easier and organized a little bit better, but your ForeFlight just gave out and you don't have any way to charge it. So you always carry this book if you need information about airports, if you need runway lengths, if you need diagrams for the airports, everything is in here. Make sure you have a current book with you at all times in your flight bag. Some people use paper charts as backup, some people like using them as their primary means of navigation. In either case, you should always carry this with you. This is a plotter. We use it in conjunction with the paper charts to plot our routes, find out the distances between point A to point B, and the heading on this little twisty 360-degree wheel right here. If you are flying and you need to divert to an airport mid-flight without your electronics, you will take this, plot your course, find out the distance and your heading in no time. So you should always carry this in your flight bag. The next two items that we will pack into our flight bag are essentially the same thing. This is an electronic flight computer. You can use this to solve complex mathematical problems in the middle of your flight. You're not going to sit at 10,000 feet while needing to fly an airplane with pen and paper and try and solve your problems. So you're going to use this device. It can help you solve a lot of things like crosswind components and cloud bases and all sorts of other complex problems. However, this one runs on battery too. So I always carry with me this E6B flight computer. It's exactly the same functionality as your electronic one, but doesn't run on batteries and always lasts. The next nifty little thing you need to carry with you in your flight bag is this Aviation Flashlight. It has both red and white lights. I like the head-mounted ones because you can have your hands free to still fly the plane. Since we're already in the fashion and wearable department, let's look at the foggles right here. These are view-limiting devices that you should always have with you as a student pilot or as a CFI. Keep your foggles in your flight bag at all times, especially nowadays with COVID-19 running around, unless you're a very, very brave person that wants to wear someone else's foggles on your face.
We're gonna be okay.
Another must-have in your flight bag is this knee pad. As you fly around, you want to make sure that you have something to write information on, either from ATC or maybe you're checking weather at a certain airport. You want to do it only once and just write all the information so that you don't forget anything. When you have safely completed your flight, you need to log it. So every flight bag will have a logbook in it. I recommend keeping a paper logbook as well as an electronic one. I use the 4Flight one, for example, because this paper one is never going to get lost in the cloud. If you want to use your logbook or write on your knee pad, you should always carry a couple of pens with you in your flight bag. When you carry passengers, you want to give them a verbal safety briefing. However, it's also good to accompany that verbal briefing with a visual aid. I created this little safety card for small planes that I use with my passengers. It has all the information that I think is necessary for them to know and that I would give them in my verbal briefing. I'm going to link this in the description below so you can download it for free. Before we pack all of this into that, let's talk about one last item that you should always have with you in your flight bag. When you fly, you may be flying directly towards the sun, or you might be dealing with very, very bright conditions outside. For that reason, you should always carry your sunglasses with you. It's very important to remember, sunglasses-wise, that you want to buy sunglasses that are not polarized. If you're going to buy a polarized sunglass and fly a glass cockpit, the cockpit will look pitch black for you. There is something about the polarization of the glasses that just doesn't agree with glass cockpits. So make sure your sunglasses are not polarized. And now, my friends, it's time to pack up. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please like it, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you'll know when the next video comes out. And until then, I'll see you out there.